Hi, Dr. Josh Axe here. I'm excited to talk to you guys about Ayurveda and Ayurvedic medicine. This is a form of medicine that I've studied for a good amount of time now, and it's amazing when you look at how old it is. It's over 3,000 years old, and along with Chinese medicine, Ayurvedic medicine is one of the most powerful forms of ancient medicine and ancient nutrition that we can use today, both in supplementation, in our diets, and even in building peace in our life. And so I want to share with you why this can be a game changer for you and how you eat. Now, you may have heard of the quote by Hippocrates, "Let food be thy medicine." Well, Ayurveda's mindset is this, that meals are medicine. So a big principle of Ayurveda is that when you combine certain herbs and foods together, they have a synergistic effect on the body. And so a lot of times when we're eating today, we're thinking solely about, okay, I'm going to eat, maybe you're a person that's very health conscious and you think, I'm going to try and eat blueberries, or I'm going to try and get more turmeric in my diet. Well, Ayurvedic medicine knows when you combine certain foods together, warming foods, cooling foods, foods that create movement, foods that nourish specific organs, it actually has a big effect on the body. And so I want to share that with you today. I'll give you an example of this. So there's a recipe called turmeric golden milk or turmeric golden tea. Now this recipe is around 3,000 years old. You can see it posted all over Instagram for this recipe. And this recipe is a blend of turmeric along with 3 warming spices of a spice blend called tricketu, which is ginger, black pepper, and long pepper, and then also it typically contains ghee or coconut milk. This ancient recipe actually has been shown to have big health effects on the body. Now, recent medical research came out that said when you combine turmeric with a warming spice like black pepper, it opens up your capillaries, allowing turmeric to get in your bloodstream, then throughout your entire body. The thing is, the medical research is about 3,000 years behind where Ayurvedic medicine was, and they've known this for a long time. Here's the thing about Ayurveda. The turmeric we know has all these anti-inflammatory health benefits. The warming spices help get the turmeric throughout your entire body, because did you know if you consume turmeric by itself, you absorb very little of it? Versus when you take it with warming spices, it gets throughout your entire body. And then for it to be absorbed into your cells, it needs to be consumed with fat. So in Ayurveda, they have you consume it with ghee, which is clarified butter, or coconut, this healthy form of fat, which because every cell in your body is made up of fat, in order to absorb it, you need to consume these herbs with fat. That's the ancient Ayurvedic recipe. So can you see what I'm talking about? In Ayurveda, meals are medicine, not just turmeric by itself, but combining turmeric with warming spices with fat. And this goes for many meals and many herbs. I'll give you an example. They will consume some dairy, like kefir. They tend to do, it's actually called lassi, but it's very similar to yogurt. But they will consume some of that in Ayurvedic medicine. But anytime you consume dairy, you consume it with warming spices and bitter herbs, because dairy is cooling and dampening. But if you consume it with bitter herbs, it dries up the dampness, and warming herbs, it warms up your insides so you can better and more easily digest dairy. And it's really incredible when you look at Ayurvedic medicine and creating meals are medicine. A lot of the meals in Ayurveda were actually created by physicians thousands of years ago, and people knew, even chefs in those days, how to create a meal that actually helps heal your body. So that's why I am such a huge fan of Ayurveda. In fact, myself and Jordan Rubin have studied Ayurvedic medicine for years, and we actually use that anytime we are creating things, whether it's recipes at home or new products and formulas we're excited about getting out to people. We follow a lot of Ayurvedic principles. So again, number one principle of Ayurveda, meals are medicine. The food you eat is your greatest form of medicine, especially when you combine certain foods together. Also in Ayurveda, there's something called the doshas, Vata, Pitta, Kapha. Now, those are based a lot on body types and personalities. For instance, I'm a Vata. Vata people tend to be very, very lean and thinner. Pittas tend to be more, think about like a linebacker. So where Vatas are like a wide receiver, right, thinner. Pitta's like a linebacker if we're talking about body types. And then Kapha is more like an offensive lineman, okay? Somebody who's bigger boned, and that actually affects your metabolism. So Vatas tend to have very fast metabolisms, and they're more at risk of things like certain digestive issues and hypothyroid, or certain types of thyroid issues, where Pittas have really strong digestive systems, but are more prone to issues like worry and fear and other emotions. And then Kaphas have other issues related to slow metabolism, and all of this relates to diet as well. So in Ayurveda, they will recommend Vata body types, so thin people, to consume a lot of herbs that support digestion, like fenugreek, cumin, ginger. Pittas they recommend to support their overall hormones and reducing stress on the body, so they might recommend an herb like things like lavender and turmeric. And then Kapha, they might recommend herbs that support metabolism like holy basil and other things that support metabolism. Cinnamon is another big one there. So you can see that in Ayurveda, even based on your body type, you're going to eat a certain way. And last thing here that's amazing about Ayurveda is they will also really look at the importance of diet, but also building peace. This is really Ayurveda's yoga is a part of Ayurvedic medicine, and meditation. So yoga and meditation, really building peace, is a big part of their health, really their health programs that they have in India or different clinics across even the US and the world that follow Ayurvedic medicine. So here's the thing about Ayurvedic medicine. Meals are medicine. They really operate based off the doshas, and it's diet, it's herbal supplementation, but it's also building peace with things like yoga and meditation. That's really what Ayurvedic medicine is. And I think it can benefit anybody learning more about Ayurveda and consuming an Ayurvedic-based diet and Ayurvedic-based supplements. I want to say, hey, I hope you've enjoyed this video on Ayurveda and Ayurvedic medicine. Thanks for watching.